Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. We're just going to wait a few more minutes to allow others to join the webinar, and we'll get started.
What about C371 facing the front? 4.5 by 3. Right near 351 next to active floor. Because of the amount of space? It's a half meter wider. It's 4.5 wide versus 5 wide. I think that's a half, right? C371. Right, it's 5 wide versus 4.5 wide. What are we doing? Yeah, I think I might. It's 4.5 wide. Looking at 371. I don't know, the one I'm looking at says 4.5. Camilla sent me something yesterday. Okay, send it to you guys then. But presently, C371 is 4.5 wide and 3 deep.
Okay, we can go ahead and get started. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Today we have JF Fontaine-Boulet, the Director of Hospitality Sales for the EMEA team, presenting on Wi-Fi connectivity for the hospitality industry. Go ahead, JF.
Yeah, thank you, Susie. Hi, everyone. I hope you could hear me fine. I'm really happy to be with you this morning and to have the opportunity to tell you a bit more about hospitality Wi-Fi or solutions and how you could cope with all the expectation from the hoteliers. In the next slide, I will introduce you to my background, to what we mean exactly by hospitality, our hospitality partner program that we just launched a few days back, our assets to cope with the hospitality expectation, some key figures around the major trends within the tourism industry, the challenge, the Wi-Fi standards and expectations among the major hotel chains, our portfolio of access points and switches meant to be installed in hotels, and moreover some case studies of interest for you to find out, where our access points are so far installed. So my background, I've been working in the hotel industry for the last nearly 25 years. I've been studying hotel management quite long, and I did with a Master of Art in tourism management, traveling in US, all around Europe, and starting with working in hotels at different positions before moving to system integrators. I've been in sales for the last 12 years, pushing Wi-Fi already, and with the last 7 years, I was working for a major hospitality system integrators. I know also hotels from a family point of view. I've been owning a bed and breakfast guest house, so I had to promote the services through Wi-Fi and to connect the guest, which was quite interesting from this point of view. And since last July, I became director of hospitality sales for AMA, so watching after Europe, Middle East, and Africa. What do we mean by hospitality? In fact, it's every market within the travel industry reaching the guest journey from cruises, airlines, hotels, of course, but also restaurants, vacation rentals, residencies, stadiums, events, all the area where public Wi-Fi became an amenity, and this amenity really became number one among everything within an hotel. Even before a nice shower or comfortable bathing, Wi-Fi became number one amenity. We at Cambium really focus on hotel and resort, hospitals, campsites, residencies, food chains, stadiums, events, and those markets. We really want to get more distributors, resellers to serve as many end customers as possible. This is the reason why we launched on the 18th of October a new hospitality partner program. And this program is really meant to help you get even more affordable access point to buy from our distribution channel, but to get also some support. So whether you want to install those access points into hotel, resort, campsite, residencies, healthcare, I already mentioned it, but it's worthy to remind it. Cruise ships, stadiums, events, food chains, then feel welcome. Feel welcome to join the community, to access our partner portal, to get to know all these hospitality events we are associated. We have some with our name. We do finance some next to you distributors, next to you resellers, because we want to be seen and to be visible as much as possible on all the hospitality events on the planet. We also connect you with the right ecosystem partners. We are offering hardware range, but we also can connect you with the people offering the last software layer to reach the guest in the hotels. Of course, 24/7 technical helpline. This is critical, and this is of great use. And sales leads while accompanying you in the major appointments you may have with big customers, helping you to answer bids and tenders. Well, really supporting you fully. Program, as I said, was launched 15 days back. It's really meant for the existing partners, but also for the new partners joining us. Reason why I mentioned all the markets we were thinking about into the hospitality. It's easy. You just have to go to the connected partner portal and register. You will be asked if you have already existing footprint within the hospitality sector, and you probably will be questioned afterwards, having to name the property you install Wi-Fi at. And then it will be easy. You will be connected to a distributor. You will get to know them. You will have to buy a demo kit just to find about our Wi-Fi range, get to play with it, to configure them, and finally, access the right discounts directly and on deal registration. So what do we mean by deal registration? Then we ask you, to give details on the end users. Why? Because we want to know where our access points are installed. just for the sake of having nicer discussions with the hotel chains, because when it comes to get frame agreements and get listed as a manufacturer, we need to show evidences of our existing footprint in the industry, and that's why we are collecting and gathering all the references we can within this vertical, just again for the sake of those high-level discussions. What are our assets in hospitality? Well, an extended portfolio. Today we will only speak about Wi-Fi, but bear in mind where we come from. This Motorola legacy around technology of point-to-point and point-to-multipoint backhaul antennas. But this is part of the solution we can bring to the hotels, but we will only focus on Wi-Fi today. But it's good to argue when facing customers. World-class enterprise Wi-Fi, not only access points, but you will see we have introduced 2 days back with a worldwide press release our new range of access switches. So that's really good. We were quite happy, to onboard those additional equipment next to our access point. We are offering hardware. We also offer some software within the form of cloud services, so a cloud controller, a cloud management platform, and a basic captive portal, all of them given for free. With the hardware, no platform fee, no software fee, no recurring fee at all. When you buy at Cambium, you don't have to expect anything to be charged to you besides the hardware. And this is really key to decide to go for us. Travel industry in the last years has been booming, really changing by lot, with tourists coming from all around the world, expecting to discover new places and spending a lot of money there. This is a reason why hospitality is of great interest, because you can't name a property without Wi-Fi, without connectivity, just to connect those people traveling. One of the main trend in the changes hotels faced recently, that's the fact that video is taking more and more room within the internet bandwidth usage, up to 58%, which is just amazing. But you should just remind that nearly every family now owns a subscription with Netflix account, YouTube, Hulu, or whatsoever. There are plenty over the web. Reason why, hotels, by the way, moved from video on demand systems to only casting the personal content on the hotel TV. More and more people are bringing devices with them. It was initially just a computer for business purpose. Now it's mobile devices, 1, 2, 3, even more, by people. Most of them are smartphones, but one of the big trend we see, this is a leisure trend. So it's a mix of business and leisure. People are using the same device to watch after different content, their personal content and their business content. So requesting more and more bandwidth because of that. And of course, the information beside the amount of bandwidth that is requested going fast. And so that's quick to make a review, that's quick to send bad news. And we will see why this is a major concern of the hotel and how we can fight against those bad reviews. So exactly, all the best hotels are reacting. Then they can turn to a professional of Wi-Fi within this vertical. So most of the manufacturers are part of the Wi-Fi alliance. But moreover, we at Cambium are part of HTNG, which is the Hospitality Technology New Generation, which helps us a lot in applying the new standards, in thinking about the best way to connect the guest on properties. What are those trends on properties? Well, it's all about analytics and machine learning. This artificial intelligence we're talking about, AI starting to be part of the guest journey. Within the mobile application for the check-in, the facial recognition that is now entering the hotels, but this is only for the guest. But when it turns to the staff, and you're using mobile application as well to follow their journey in the property, to match the staff to guest levels, introducing robots as well. That's a full connection process, not only applying to service automation, but to room automation as well. More and more of the hotel chains where I'm staying at are introducing the automation to control over the TV, over a mobile app, over a tablet, by the way, the heating, the air conditioning, the stores, the lights, being able to personalize the stay of the guest from the very minute he's entering the room until the checkout itself. But what's common to those technologies? Well, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is everywhere. Wi-Fi is everywhere, from the lobby of the property, from the garden, the poolside. Every single part of the property is meant to be covered by Wi-Fi, by good, nice, seamless, and high-speed Wi-Fi. So this is what we are aiming to, helping you to bring this coverage. Oh, well, using a quite standard infrastructure, firewall, a router, then a controller and a gateway. We can't provide those otherwise. Switches and access points, yes, we can. Yes, we can, and this will be in a way that you should ensure the hotel and the hotel guest 100% coverage. We talk about minus 65 dB with a sound to noise ratio of 20. You need to cover the room floors. You need to cover the lobby, the conference areas, the meeting spaces, the rooftop even. If you go even not even 10 years back, but 5 years back, we were using to install one access point for 8 to 10 rooms. Now it's really moved ahead, and it's 1 to 6, 1 to 4 for really economic budget hotels, 1 to 4 to 1 to 2 for mid-scale hotels, and when you end with 4, 5-star, 7-star hotels, the Palace, then you're really into 1 for 2 rooms or 1 per room. And that's where, from corridor access points, you will move to wall plates. And in the lobby, you will use high-density indoor access point. Outside, it will be the same. Outdoor access point, but high-density ones around places where you are major gathering. To find out how many access points you will have to install, well, it's key to perform heat map service. I mentioned EKO because this is one of the quite renowned tool to perform those tests, but it's really important to find out where to place the access points and how many of them you should use. And that can't be a guessing. That's really has to be based on a site survey. And then you will figure, whether it's indoor or outdoor access point and high density or not. Looking at an infrastructure into a hotel, you do have the core switching part, distribution part, and then the access part. The access switching part, this is what we will offer, the CN matrix range. I will show you pictures of the switches that we are just about introducing. And all of them, access point switches, are managed by our cloud platform all at once. And that's the same platform, by the way, that is used to watch after our point-to-point and point-to-multipoint antennas. One single pane of glass to watch after all Cambium equipment. So this is our range. We do have two indoor access points, the E410, the E600, and one wall plate, the E430W that became H, the E500, which is omnidirectional antennas for outdoor purpose, and the two next to it are sectorized antennas when you want to restrict the signal to a limited angle. All the range is working with cnMaestro platform, but I will show you a picture of what we can expect about this tool, which is accessible through any device when connecting to the web. So that could be a computer, but that could be as well a smartphone or a tablet. The switching range, so we have 4 switches, 2 8 ports and 2 24 ports, and one is PoE, the other is not. So we will start with those, and we have really great expectation to add those next to our access points in every hotel where you will consider installing Cambium. cnMaestro, that may not ring you, but this is our management platform. This platform not only enables you to watch after the equipment, but also to push some configuration, make sure which one are live. It's a knock of its own. It's simple, it's basic, but it's straight. You get the right information, you get the right dashboard. This is something you can share with your customers. It's multi-tenant, meaning that you can use it for all your customers and only give access to the right section of the of your overall network. Among all those features, you can also edit the captive portal, which is quite important part of our offering, and get some API to share information with the PMS, with any vendor that will behave within the hospitality sector with some technology to connect to. Multi-tenants, as I said, that means that you are managing within the same hotel chain or within the same owner, so some multiple properties, and you can give a single access to one property, multiple access, and you can onboard thousands of access points within your accounts without changing the credentials. So the connection we are offering are really the one that the industry is looking after. Either you do install our controller or over the cloud on premise with a virtual machine, or without any controller as an autopilot. So but to meet the expectation of the guidelines that have been given from other chain, tuning, multiple VLANs, hotspots. We can do all, and we're gonna guess. You know, we are offering authentication through Office 365 by deciding whether the connection should be free or charge with a voucher, with a social login, whatsoever. You know, we are mixing all those possibilities of connecting through our captive portal. And we're managing the switches and the equipment all at once with the same management platform. These platforms show the dashboard I've told you about, showing which devices are connected, which OS they are on, the captive portal, and with the ability to design the pages, to add the logo, a back font image, change the font, change everything in a simple way. Log in within your Facebook account with Google, pay the voucher through PayPal, Visa, Mastercard, and the CN concierge is of interest as well, because that's within the tool. That's the ability to edit vouchers for the lens that you wish, but also to share the voucher with a mobile app over iOS or Android directly to the guest with his through SMS or through email. But that's great. You know, you have more and more of the front office people not standing behind a desk, but walking around the lobby to greet the new hotel guest, and this could be of great help to them. Monetizing the hotel Wi-Fi is really to consider, because more and more, you know, the hotel will be concerned about the cost of Wi-Fi installation, and for them it will be only a cost. When it's not a cost, but should be really an investment. Of course, it's a mandatory one, but they can really take benefit of the Wi-Fi install, while adding a captive portal with additional marketing features that will allow them to reach the guest while they're away in their room, to ask them about their initial feeling about the hotel, their first satisfaction, that will enable them to measure that. If the satisfaction is great, then they will push them directly to the Booking, TripAdvisor, and all the online reviews where they can push and write stars for the hotel. But if the hotel has any concern, then they can react and make sure that guests are happy before leaving the property. So that's a way to control the online reviews and to make sure that they are up any competition in the area. But that's also a way to cross-sell the services of the hotel, to push people to the spa, to the bar, to the restaurant, to some nearby attractions. So this is really about marketing, advertising, and this could make a difference. This could be really balancing the cost of the infrastructure while enabling the hotel to make a lot of money. So if you look at what hotel chains are expecting, or even independent or major hotel chains, they do expect seamless connectivity, tick. A turnkey solution for guests and staff, multiple villas, tick. Shared management tool, tick again. Full service 24/7, tick. An affordable total cost of ownership, tick. We at Cambium are offering all of that. So a cloud controller, a cloud management platform, nice looking access point, but affordable. Affordable by design, affordable in the way we think them for the future. They're scalable. They definitely are future-proof, and when we launch a production, it's really meant to be deployed in as many properties as possible. That's why we keep the price as low as we can. We don't want to overprice our features. We just want them to be priced properly. And why? You know, because that will ensure the largest volume ever. But we know we're right. We know we're right, and among the family product of Wi-Fi, we really believe into wall plates. We really believe into wall plates. Why? Because it will act as a mini switch in the room. Not only you will provide wireless to the guest, but also wired connection to the hotel. For what? For voice over IP, for automatic minibar, for IPTV and the set-top box next to it, and of course next to it a wired connectivity. You have 4 Ethernet ports to use. You have full control over the ports, and that could really change life of hotel guests and hoteliers while installing those access points. One good thing about it, it comes with accessories that I could, yes, show right here. Different ways of hanging the product, or on the LG45 socket, or below the desk, or on the desk itself with a desktop. That's really good when investing, to show the kind of investment the hotelier is doing. So why having this single access point by every room, which could be considered as an amazingly huge investment? Well, because it's future proof. Because the guest, will get exactly the home experience, the one that enabling him to connect to Wi-Fi with as many devices that he wants from every place within the room itself, with no white corner, to really enjoy his stay and do not care at all about Wi-Fi connection. And from the hotelier itself and the service provider, well, it will be a relief, because if you have a guest happy, then he's not complaining, he's not blaming the staff, he's not calling the maintenance. So that's, frankly, that's really something we are focusing on. We push for 4 and 5 star. We do really believe, and as a former system integrator, I was also pushing for that, as it's really convenient. We have been installing Wi-Fi in many verticals. Hospitality is one of them, but besides, we also are investing into education, into events, into public Wi-Fi and retail. What I will show right after is the combination of point-to-point and Wi-Fi to connect hotel and resorts. And we have a few case studies to show you around the whole world. So not only in North America, but in Asia, in Africa, and in Europe, of course. So here we have a nice lodge in Africa, where we needed point-to-point and point-to-multipoint links to distribute the internet to all the villas on the complex, and then using indoor access points and our controller to manage all of them. An example in North America, in Catalina, where they install E600 high density access point, as well as the E430 wall plates, all connecting to each other, and ensuring that from the harbor side, the garden, the rooms, every part of the property is now connecting to Wi-Fi and properly. This hotel, has been fully refurbished, and they decided to move to Cambium, going also for wall plates and corridor access points, omnidirectional, and indoor and outdoor as well. What they found about cnPilot? Well, reliable, consistent, a better coverage than before, better capacity, self-registration through the captive portal, and really secure. So this is really what hotels are looking for. Rushmore Hotel was initially Radisson and became a themed hotel. This is really an hotel you should consider for your next stay there. Also, they moved, their access point to us. Why CN Maestro was one of the reasons, managing all the access point easily with a few clicks, getting the right Wi-Fi signal, indoor, outdoor. Well, that was one of the major reason. And since the install, no complaints at all. And this is really the kind of feedback we love to hear. Beside the picture that is just amazing, this is to show that we are installing not only in resorts but also in small boutique hotels. This one, move for Cambium equipment. E430, so the wall plates, and E600, the high density for the lobby and meeting spaces. We are working with brand, so more and more I have to discuss at HQ level, ever in the US or in Europe, with major brands. So we are not listed yet as a worldwide vendor. We are actively working around that, but definitely, we are already registering some properties moving outside the guidelines to us, and that's great, because the more property we will have within those international attentions, the better chances we will get to be referenced as an hardware vendor. So that's the case for Holiday Inn, Radisson, and some hotels around the preferred hotel and resorts label, which is not a group but is a collection of hotels. Our equipment are also installed in stadiums. These are the pictures you could see of our equipment being installed on some pole, ensuring high density connection with up to 500 concurrent users connecting to the same AP. We also watch after events. These are pictures of the Tour of Britain. Next one is one of the major gaming show in Europe. So it's always about high density, getting the right connection, seamless connection from a place to another. And we're really happy to show those references to all the Wi-Fi professional. And last, the National Park Safety and Education coverage. We signed for 18 parks. We already installed 2 of them, and it will be serving the visitors and all the kids, visiting the park to connect, to learn about the history of these parks and among everything, connected Wi-Fi. Price positioning. This is key. I mentioned the affordable total cost of ownership. This is the strategy we're looking after. When you look at the market, you do have enterprise grade Wi-Fi vendors and consumer class. We're not into this domestic market. We are definitely into the enterprise. You have those high-priced access points. I won't name any. They're shown here, so I can name them. So Cisco, Aruba, Ruckus, among many. They are high-priced, but they are also, charging for recurring fees. Sometimes not from the first 3 years, but right after, and it costs a fortune. They do have licenses. They do have annual software support contracts. We don't, and that's on purpose. We decided not to be a low-cost consumer grade manufacturer, but to offer, let's say, base price, but with amazing features. at least the features that the industry is looking after. The best features, the most used feature, we decided to be really pragmatic and look at what was used by the most people, and then just focus on that. And this is where we come from. This is our offering for enterprise Wi-Fi and access switches. Just reliable, simple, and low total cost of ownership. So affordable buying price and no recurring fees. So just to take an example on the wall plate price, for example, when you look at the public price of our E430 Edge, it's $295, while the competition is about 50% extra or even 200%. No access point license, free cloud, no management on premise, no software maintenance. So total cost of ownership is $295. When comparing the competition, it's 30% less and up to 50% less. So this is our strategy. It does really work pretty well. The system integrators we're working with, the distributors we're working with are moving away from the high-priced access point manufacturers, and they really find great interest to do so because it's about margin. Every business on earth is about margin, and that's where I really encourage you to join the hospitality partner program. You will get additional discounts on the pricing given to the channel just because you are focusing on hospitality, and this is key to us. This is key for our growth. We do believe in hospitality. All the events I've been attending recently around Wi-Fi, but we're not focusing on hospitality. In every one of them, you could find someone presenting an hospitality solution or talking about hospitality, having an hotel offering. Hotels are key. Tourism is key. So all this travel industry should be a great focus for us, and it will, and we will support you the best we can just to make it grow. Please join the community to raise any question, and that's time for me to answer all the one you may have. So I don't know if we do have any. You can type whatever you feel like. So I do have question around the presentation. Yes, we can send the presentation definitely. What should I? So yes, so please, if you want the presentation, just raise your hand. What should I? So what are the question? I'm just looking at what has been written. So feel free to write to us, and you will have all the answers that you can think of. I do have a question around finance programs. Actually, we are working with third-party financing to support OPEX offering to the hotels, because I didn't mention that, but the hotels are looking for OPEX versus CAPEX. So CAPEX, it's when you're they're investing into the equipment and the services. OPEX it's when they get a leasing for it. So that's an internal battle within the hotel industry, whether the cost of an installation goes to the owner, that's often the CAPEX, or goes to the management of the hotel. You have those hotel management groups that are more and more involved into the daily accountancy of hotels, and they, if they do have to support the investment, it will be for leasing. So a 3, 4, up to 5 years contract with a leasing embedding the hardware and the software. So I hope I have answered this question, but definitely we will looking for some partners that we can connect you to enable this. So I have plenty questions. Sorry, I'm just reading the question one after the other. The question around the meshing and the possibility to connect, the devices between themselves. So yes, similarly to what Ruckus does, we have an equivalent of Unleashed, where we can connect the access point up to 20 access points with this connection. How are affected the wireless connection by bad weather? Well, they're not. If they are outdoor equipment, they are fully, our outdoor antennas are IP67 and IP68, so they could even be deepened into the water and they will be okay. You could face a storm on Oregon or whatsoever, whatever the condition, the climate condition, that should not affect the wireless connection. We do have some antennas on the Mount Everest without any issue, and some in the desert and no issue at all. So no, there's no reason to fear about climate. So any roadmap for the portal authentication? So portal authentication, we're working around PMS integration interface. That should be for next year, definitely. But you do have plenty ecosystem partners that we are working with, and I can connect you individually with, where in each country I'm watching after. I do have managing platform and guest engagement platform partners that are adding some additional authentication on the captive portal, such as SMS authentication, for example, which is of great interest in Russia or in Dubai. What else? So I have plenty of people asking for the presentation, which is great. Thanks a lot. I have someone asking for the roadmap for CN Maestro. Well, we've been talking about CN Maestro Pro, so we'll find out next year what does that mean. Whether we are adding some additional features to the management platform, but definitely, each time I've been playing with, I've been quite amazed and surprised by the features already. Which hotel software Cambium support? I don't get it. Question around: do we have a tool to plan the deployment into open areas? Yes, we do have a tool which is called Link Planner. But Link Planner is really meant for point-to-point and point-to-multipoint. It's for point-to-point planning links. So you can design, to install a link between two buildings, and you will find out whether it's non-linear off-site or not, connecting properly without any obstacle, taking into consideration the right height of the antennas, where it should be placed, which equipment to use. So an equivalent of ECAO, but for point-to-point backhaul links. Is it only for wall plates in hospitality? So no. I just focused on wall plates, but sincerely, I could have shown you the indoor access point, the corridor access point, and the identity one. But if this is just I would say standard equipment. Wall plates are, from my point of view, more interesting. This is why I focused on. So there's no issues with wall plates around corners. Nope. Through walls, no. You still have the issue with Faraday cage from some bathroom or from some air conditioning, but that would be the same with any kind of Wi-Fi install. This is something that you cannot go around. What kind of electric protection can we use? Well, this is just normal stuff. More training videos on CN Maestro platform. Yes, if you look at the community, the connected portal, go to the connected portal, go to the community. You will find more videos. Go on YouTube, and you will find plenty videos for all the range of access point, the CN Maestro platform, the way to configure it. But if you can't find the information, then just raise your hand, type a question in the community forum, and you will have someone who faced the same issue or was feeling better about the tool and could answer you, whether it's someone from Cambium or a partner of us. So just ask. You will have plenty answers. All access point models, antennas available in EKO? Yes, I've been confirmed. And if you look at EKO website, you will find the EKO alliance of technologies, and we are on top of all the hardware vendor. This is quite funny, you know. The good reason for it is because we have been added into the last one, but definitely we're working closely with them because we do believe in professional heat-map service to install our access point. So there are plenty of questions. I didn't see them while I was speaking. So here we are, I guess so. You know, and then I can definitely answer your question afterwards. But well, thanks a lot. Thanks for having attended. It was nice to speak with you, to share with you my knowledge. Hopefully we'll have a chance to do it face to face in the near future. And anytime, ring me over LinkedIn, over Twitter. You should have my contact details ready. And well, thanks a lot.